your designated driver on the highway to health. Dr. Bob Martin is on the Better Health Network. Careful. The health talk show you're about to enjoy is extremely hot. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
Call Dr. Bob now and ask your health-related question. Toll free 888-553-7262. That's 888-55-Dr. Bob.
Well, if you have your health, you virtually have everything you need in life. My goal is to help you extend your health span. Now, I invite you to add years to your life and life to your years. I'll tell you how to become a more active participant in your own health care. If you want to learn how to become your own best doctor most of the time, you've come to the right place. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. I'm Dr. Bob, and I'm here in the capacity of helping you with your health. And we can get started with that conversation should you have some type of a health issue going on right now, a health challenge, some type of a health quagmire. You can call in on our toll-free number right now and ask that question about your health. Open line health questions, any and all health questions. The only bad one is the one you're not asking. Now, you can call in on behalf of yourself or someone else in your life that's not doing so well health-wise, and you want to be a good Samaritan, a good friend, a good family member, bring that information back to them. That's okay with us. Here's our toll-free number into the show as we open up the phone lines for open line health questions. Nationwide, 888-553-7262. Jot the number down so you have it for safekeeping. You're also encouraged to send it out on your social media platform to your followers, your peeps, whoever it may be. 888-55-Dr. Bob. That's D-R-B-O-B on your touch tone phone. 1-888-553-7262 is our call-in phone number. The website where you can stay in touch with us during the week. And that's important because when news breaks, we try to post it up on Facebook, try to get it over on the website as well so that you have early and often breaking health news to take advantage of if necessary. It's all there at drbob.com. That's D-O-C-T-O-R bob.com. Now, last week, we had a health poll question posted on my website. And I want to get to the results of that. I want to thank, first of all, those folks who made the effort to go over to my website and weigh in on the question. If you were around last week, you heard me talking about the fact that there's a movement afoot to ban smartphone usage from employees as they begin their workday. And the reason for that is pretty straightforward. Employers are tired of being ripped off. It's tantamount of somebody really pilfering someone's business or stealing from them. If an employee is paid for a certain amount of work to do on a job and they're sitting there tick-tacking away on their cell phones doing text messages that are not related to their work status or work description, or they're cruising the internet for no good reason, or they're on Instagram or Facebook or any of the other social media platforms, or talking on the phone to somebody, and they're cutting into their work schedule, and the employer is paying them Well, it's a problem, and it's becoming a bigger problem all over the world. Well, now we find that, at least in Britain, this is something they're concerned about and are taking action against it. And if they take action against it, it's certain to come to the U.S. It's just a matter of when, not if. So bosses in Britain are taking the smartphones, and they're basically asking employees to give up their smartphones during their workday to boost productivity, to avoid them wasting time checking social media during working hours. That's what they're doing. So they're cracking down on these employees. Last weekend on the program, that's the health poll question we asked. Would you be in favor of such a ban? Being objective as you can be. I know if you're an employee and that kind of behavior has been something that you have been involved with for some time, you may not want to change it. But we have the results of last week's health poll question. When we asked the question, would you be in favor of a ban of smartphones or cell phones during work hours if your employer put forth a new policy explaining to you that you cannot use your cell phone or smartphone during work hours because it decreases work productivity? Would you be in favor of a ban on it while you're working? Yes or no? Well, of those people who voted, and again, I want to thank you for making the effort to go over to my website at drbob.com and voting on this. Here are the results of that poll. 75% of you said yes, you would be in favor of such a ban, which I was absolutely floored over. I did not believe that the yays or the yes votes would obtain that high a percentage of votes. I thought it would be around maybe 50-50, not so much. And only 25% of those people who voted were against a smartphone ban during work hours. It's almost as though all the employers were weighing in and voting on the poll question, which I doubt, but it did happen. That's the lopsided results. And I think it's an accurate one. 75% of those people who weighed in on the poll question, are you in favor of a ban of smartphones during work hours, said yes, you are. 25% said no. So the yeas have it on the ban related to cell phone usage. And again, I want to thank you for participating in that poll question. Now, I also want to point out here that this last week I posted up an article that I want you to take a look at. It would be worth your time going over to my Facebook page. And if you're not a Facebook friend yet, you're encouraged to become one and therefore stay on top of your health education throughout the week as I post articles and provide commentary. This last week, I alluded to and posted up the coordinates to read a very dramatic, major study that just came out involving over 100,000 people, strengthening the case for robust government action as it relates to consumption of refined sugary drinks. And I'm talking about everything from soda pops to fruit juice to sweet tea, anything that has a high concentration of refined or simple, and that's key, simple carbohydrate in it. Because let's face it, some people start their day off and have for many, many years with a big glass of orange juice or apple juice or grape juice or some other fruit juice thinking they're doing themselves a big favor. And then some people give themselves license, of course, because they enjoy it, to drink soda pop or some type of soft drink during the day. Well, now here's the headline. Major study showing that that kind of activity, just one drink of fruit juice or one of these sugary drinks, can dramatically increase the risk of cancer. 100,000 people. But I want you to read it for yourself. It's there on my Facebook page. The way you find that and become a friend so you don't miss out on any of this stuff to benefit yourself and your family and your loved ones, go over to drbob.com, D-O-C-T-O-R, bob.com, then scroll down to Facebook on the right side. Become a friend. You'll get this stuff, but you got to take a look at this article. After reading it, once in a while doing this sort of thing, no big deal, but when people do it on a regular basis, it's problematic. But again, this is not breaking news for a lot of people because a lot of people already know it. Just read the book, Licking the Sugar Habit by Nancy Appleton, Ph.D., and you'll get the idea. All right, stay tuned. We're coming right back. I'm Dr. Bob Martin.
Rob Martin here to introduce a major innovation in nutraceutical science, Cell Protect System, based on the most advanced health and longevity research. With Televite, we're able to lengthen your telomeres so they function longer. But when telomeres break down, they can become dangerous senescent cells, also called zombie cells. So we teamed Televite with our new Zombie Cell Detox, which is the first natural supplement to sweep out toxic senescent cells before they damage your body. With Cell Protect System, we've closed the circle. Choose our 90-day VIP option for free shipping. Plus, with your VIP order, I'm giving you an additional free bottle of Zombie Cell Detox to speed the removal of your dangerous senescent cells. Cell Protect System is money-back guaranteed. Call now toll-free.
833-548-3100. That's 833-548-3100 or go to livingbeyond100.com. 833-548-3100 or go to livingbeyond100.com.
This is Rob Martin. We created the Televite multivitamin because we wanted to make your cells younger all over your body, inside and out. And guess what? We now have a Televite human study published in a medical journal. We lengthen cell-protecting telomeres 56% in middle-aged and senior men and women. Telomeres reveal how fast your cells are aging until your cells gradually disappear and die. Telomere shortening is behind virtually all the health and beauty issues of aging. So start lengthening your telomeres and get younger by the day. Call now for the special Televite 90-day offer, exactly the amount used in the groundbreaking study, and it's only $1 a day. Call toll-free 855-835-6848. That's 855-835-6848 or 855-TELEVITE. And ask about free shipping, and to order online, go to televite.com and click on the vintage microphone on the top right.
Stop breathing right now. No, really, hold your breath. This is how it feels when you're stuffed up due to colds, flu, pollen, dander, postnasal drip, or any other reason. That's when you need Clear Saline Nasal Spray, the only spray with the power of xylitol. That simple saline solution you're using is only doing half the job. It's just rinsing. In multiple research studies, xylitol has been shown to reduce bacterial adhesion and help keep your nose moist and clean much longer than saline alone, making Clear more effective at washing away that nasty gunk in your nose. Clear is so powerful, it's been granted over 11 patents. So step up from that wimpy saline spray to something that actually works faster and better at getting you the relief you need to start breathing now. And if your doctor isn't talking to you about Clear for your congestion, maybe you need to get a new doctor. You don't just rinse your hands. Why would you just rinse your nose? Clear Saline Nasal Spray with xylitol. Available at Walmart, CVS, Whole Foods, Rite Aid, and everywhere else. Or Clear.com. That's XLEAR.com. Now go wash your nose.
Size matters. You're listening to the largest and longest airing health talk show in America. We're huge. Thanks to you, the Dr. Bob Martin Show.
All right, Dr. Bob Martin back with you, and you're encouraged to stick around because we have got a lot of important health information to talk about today. Coming up very soon, I'm going to be talking about the opioid epidemic. It's back in the news for a whole other reason that you may not have thought of in the past. The opioid epidemic, caused in large part by the medical profession overprescribing pain-killing drugs to patients, is now taking a major toll. That behavior and the consumption of those drugs taking a major toll on future generations. So if people survive taking opioids and the addiction associated with it, beyond that, maybe generations after that, children are now being impacted by this. And I'm going to explain to you how that is so with this latest information out about how future generations, hundreds of thousands of Americans exposed to these painkillers in the womb will suffer greatly. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a little bit, so stand by. You may know somebody in your life that is currently taking some type of painkiller that includes these opioids, or you may know somebody in the future that you will alert this information to and maybe help them to avoid, or their children to avoid, the extreme pitfalls and dangers associated with this class of medical drugs, which are prescribed way, way too much. We'll get to that information in just a little bit. However, let's turn our attention to this time of the year where people they're watching television commercials and they're seeing the fact that allergies right now are going on throughout the United States, coast to coast. People are suffering with stuffy noses, runny noses, itchy, watery eyes. They're having trouble sleeping at night because they're congested. They can't breathe properly. They're sneezing a lot, and they don't know what to do. So they watch the television commercials, and they see these over-the-counter and prescription drugs that are used for the suppression of allergy symptoms, but unfortunately most people and most of their doctors don't have enough time to read all of the potential adverse side effects of drugs that are earmarked for allergies, and particularly allergies that affect a person's nasal cavity, because that's where most of it starts. In fact, that's where most colds and flu start, just like the allergy response starts because we breathe in some pollen or some grass or some dust or some mold or something else that's airborne, and we start having an allergic reaction, a histamine-type reaction. And nobody wants that. And so what people do, of course, they try to get relief by, one, going to the drugstore and finding something on their own, or two, seeing their doctor for something stronger. Well, here's the good news. You can actually be your own best doctor most of the time if you only find out about and utilize something called Clear Max nasal spray. Now, why I recommend this is because it's safe, it's effective, it is drug-free, and it works. Clear Max nasal spray. It's the one that contains capsicum. And capsicum is a natural antihistamine. So when you put it in the nasal cavity along with the xylitol, which is one of the main ingredients, your body settles down, your nasal cavity settles down. You don't have the allergic response, the histamine reaction. You quit the sneezing, the nose opens up, you breathe again, everybody wins. You're happy. And it's all it takes is 2 or 3 squirts up each nostril. Do that as necessary. Most people who have allergies will do it first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and if you have any kind of a response with allergies during the day, you can do that as well. You can find the Clear, and Clear is spelled with an X. The X stands for that xylitol ingredient, one of the ingredients in it, Clear Max nasal spray for allergy response and symptoms. You can find it, or any of the other Clear nasal spray products. You can find those too at CVS, Whole Foods, Rite Aid, Sprouts, Vitamin Shop, Kroger, Publix, Natural Grocers, and almost all other fine retailers nationwide. Clear nasal spray families, and this one we're talking about right now because it's the season for sneezing, Clear Max nasal spray. Hey, by the way, while you're in the grocery store, the health grocery store, looking for the nasal spray from Clear Corporation, make sure that they're still carrying there at the grocery store you shop at their xylitol candy and mints. Some of these crazy grocery stores are eliminating the type of sweetener that actually is anti-tooth decay and anti-oral health problems in favor of organic sugar instead, which is crazy, and they don't know what they're doing. Encourage them strongly while you're there in the store to make sure they carry and continue to sell and provide for you, the consumer, xylitol candy, mints, and gum right there at the checkout register. And Clear has some incredible ones there as well, Sparks candies and others. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now then, let's get into this opioid crisis situation. I'm a little passionate about this because over the years as a physician myself, I've had the opportunity to help many people who are in pain, who were headed for opioids, and many people who are already on opioids get off of the opioids by virtue of helping them with the pain syndrome that they may be having. It could be pain in a joint. It could be related to premenstrual pain. They're even giving opioids, for God's sake, to people who have gout, believe it or not. But now we find the latest involvement here. And before I talk about this, I want to remind you how the opioid epidemic began in the United States. The opioid epidemic, you think of this because opioid drugs now are extremely risky. Everybody knows this. They'll stop your breathing. They are responsible for 72,000 people, in large part, losing their lives last year in response to overdosing on opioids. The very first dosage of an opioid drug, the very first, could be the one that addicts the person. And it's not just the medical profession. The dental profession also needs to wake up on these opioids as well. But in large part, most of the opioids began either in a medical doctor's office or in a hospital. And most of the time, these drugs were given unnecessarily, and other kinder, gentler techniques and tools could have been employed. But don't believe me. I'm going to play for you a clip of former presidential candidate and former governor of the great state of New Jersey, Chris Christie. He had an interview with Jake Tapper from CNN. They got into a discussion about how the opioid epidemic really began. Here it is.
What we found, Jake, is 142 Americans are dying every day of drug overdose, every day, which means we have a 9/11 scale loss every 3 weeks in America. So the first recommendation we say to the president is you must declare a national emergency, a public health emergency that will empower your cabinet and executive branch and motivate the congressional folks to be able to fund this and to get on top of it, because we have a crisis. Think about that, Jake. Every 3 weeks.
That's staggering.
The number of people who 11.
Mostly from opioids?
Mostly 3/4 from opioids.
And is the pattern that they have some sort of health problem, they get opioids, and then they can't afford to stay on it, or the doctors won't continue prescribing, and so they turn to heroin? Is that
4 out of every 5 new heroin addicts in the country today started on prescription opioids? So this problem, Jake, is not happening. It's not starting on our street corners. It's starting in our doctor's offices. We prescribe enough opioids in this country in 2015 to have every adult in America fully medicated for 3 weeks. It's out of control, and so one of the recommendations we're making is increased education for our doctors.
It's not only out of control, it's a scourge that has affected our nation for way too long, many years. We're going to talk about the opioid crisis and how it's affecting future generations after this. Wait till you hear this. We'll be right back.
While summer is the absolute best time for swimming, cookouts, and much anticipated vacations, it's the worst time to endure the pain and embarrassment of unexpected gas and bloating. Bloating oftentimes isn't triggered by how much food you eat, but rather what you eat. Some foods are difficult for your body to break down, and those undigested particles pass into the colon and produce uncomfortable gas bubbles that make your stomach swell and bloat and can even lead to weight gain. Enter your summertime savior, Dr. Ohhira's award-winning probiotics, an exclusive formula of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. This probiotic powerhouse helps your body break down food that is challenging to digest, so gas and bloating are significantly minimized. Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available in convenient blister packs, perfect for traveling. Discover the Dr. Ohhira difference for yourself this summer. Look for Dr. Ohhira's probiotics at Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine natural health retailers nationwide. Also available online.
High blood pressure is the silent killer that terrorizes 1 in 4 Americans. Experts recommend high blood pressure prevention to prevent critical damage to major organs, heart, brain, kidneys, and eyes. Do you have high blood pressure? Are you tired of the side effects of prescription blood pressure drugs? Try Press Assure, the safe, effective, natural remedy for high blood pressure with no adverse side effects. Press Assure is the #1 selling natural product in Asia, recommended by thousands of hospitals. Press Assure begins regulating blood pressure immediately. Do what thousands do for high blood pressure. Take Press Assure. Call toll-free 1-888-686-3683. That's 1-888-686-3683, or go to PressAssure.com. Mention Dr. Bob and you'll receive 3 bottles of Press Assure for the price of 2. That's right. Get 1 bottle free. Call right now and you also receive a free bottle of CoQ10 with the special. 1-888-686-3683. If you've been listening to my show, you've heard me talking about an amazing supplement called C-Veg, a natural and organic multivitamin containing 92 vitamins and minerals, including calcium, antioxidants, omega-3 and 6. The Asian cultures know that sea plants are one of the healthiest, most nutritional plants you'll find on land and sea. C-Veg has been helping people boost their immune systems, balance their metabolisms, reduce inflammation, and provide moisturizing to skin, hair, and nails. Try C-Veg to enjoy all the benefits of these sea vegetables. C-Veg. Feel healthier and younger or your money back. To order, call toll-free 855-627-9929. That's 855-627-9929. Or go online at buycveg.com. That's B-U-I-C like the ocean, veg, V-E-G.com. Order in the next 60 minutes. Use discount code Dr. Bob, and shipping is free. Call now 855-627-9929 or online at buycveg.com.
Are you waiting on a lightning strike? Are you waiting for the perfect night? Are you waiting till the time is right? What are you waiting for? Don't you want to learn to deal with fear? Don't you want to take the wheel and steer? Don't you wait another minute here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
This half hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show is sponsored by Nutritional Testing Services. You can order at-home tests for mineral deficiency, toxic metals, saliva hormone tests, digestive tests, thyroid tests, and more by calling 1-800-606-8822. That's 1-800-606-8822.
All right, Dr. Bob Martin back with you, and I want to let you know that we're going to go to open line health questions in a moment here. Rick in the great state of Arkansas, you will be first up, so stand by. And if you want to join us in our open line segment here to have a question about your own personal health or somebody in your life's health answered, you can call into the program right now. From warts to wrinkles, knee problems to kidney stones, heel pain to headaches, gout to gallbladder problems, and all points in between. You drive the conversation with your important health question. Don't hesitate to ask it, and I'll do my very best to help you out. Here's the toll-free number into the show nationwide. Call in right now. Tell Dr. Bob where it hurts. The number is 888-553-7262. 1-888-55. Dr. Bob, that's 888-553-7262. Gets you into the show and on the air to ask your important health question. Now, we're also going to get into this issue about opioids. Late breaking news on this topic about how opioids are having a major toll on future generations. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of Americans exposed to painkillers in the womb are suffering greatly while they continue to live outside the womb once they're born, and I'm going to explain what that's all about in a moment. Stand by for that. First this, though. Do you wish that the double chin that you have or that loose skin on your neckline would just disappear, would go away, because it's a dead ringer for your age? People look at you, and if you have that excessive jawline tissue, that loose, saggy skin, or that turkey neck there, they're going to judge you. They're going to look at you, and they're going to be able to say to themselves, okay, well, this person's not a spring chicken anymore. Look at how much is hanging there. Here's what Robin from Lubbock, Texas had to say about her usage of Genucel jawline cream, the revolutionary breakthrough for this problem. She says, and I quote, "I put Genucel jawline cream on my neck 2 or 3 days ago. This is the best my neck has looked in over 20 years. People told me my face looks younger. I'm blown away." Close quote. That's what she said. She sent it into the company, the distributors of Genucel jawline treatment, the folks over at Chamonix. They forwarded it over to me. With Chamonix's MDL technology, Genucel's brand new jawline treatment specifically targets the delicate skin on the neck area for tight, healthy, firmer, younger-looking skin. That's what it does. That's what it's guaranteed to do. You'll have your mirror smile back, or it's a 100% money-back guarantee if it doesn't work for you. If you're not happy with it, 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. All you have to lose by not doing it is the continuation of the double chin, the loose skin, the turkey neck, whatever it may be that you and or somebody else you know is suffering with. Call now, and the classic Genucel for bags and puffiness under the eyes is free with your order of the Genucel jawline cream. And to start seeing results in 12 hours or less, Genucel Immediate Effects is also yours free. No double chin, no turkey neck, no sagging jawline, because no one needs to know your age. Nobody's business. Here's a number to call to take advantage of all of this. Toll free. 800-543-6596. 800-543-6596. Call now. Get your 2 free gifts and free shipping right now. 1-800-543-6596. 800-543-6596 for Genucel jawline treatment and the 2 free gifts. Now, before we go back to the phones, I want to tell you about an article that I ran into this last week. Breaking news about opioids. Now, I have talked about the dangers of opioid drugs and the lack of necessity of these drugs being utilized way too often, and the fact that in most cases, unless it is a end-of-death scenario where somebody's in intractable pain due to cancer, or somebody has broken bones due to a severe trauma, or there's some extraordinary problem going on, opioids should not be employed. Other gentler, kinder, safer, other efficacious treatments should be employed. And I'm going to be talking about some of those in a moment, but let's get to this information. What do opioids have to do with future generations? Well, when American women are exposed to opioids while pregnant, and children are exposed to it in the womb, they will suffer mental, cognitive, memory issues, and physical delays well into their teens and adulthood. That's what a new study out is talking about. The number of pregnant women using opioid drugs, which are prescribed medical drugs, in high-income countries like the U.S., has increased by 5-fold in recent years. In other words, doctors are not hesitating to give women who are pregnant opioid drugs, believe it or not. Between 75 and 90% of their children will be born, those women who have taken an opioid drug prescribed by a doctor, 75 to 90% of their children will be born with withdrawal symptoms and are at risk of being smaller, which risks their life, with poor lung function, which is one of the side effects of taking these opioid narcotic drugs. Poor lung function. It suppresses breathing. Until now, the long-term risks of opioid exposure in the womb have been relatively unknown. Well, researchers at the Royal Hospital for Women in Australia found that these children are at a 3-fold greater risk of continued problems after birth. Children whose mothers used opioids during pregnancy And I can't imagine why, because so many other ways to treat women without using opioids is available, but it doesn't happen because doctors will be doctors and they will prescribe these drugs. But interestingly enough, not to their own family. Not all doctors are like this, by the way. There's just a contingent of doctors out there who practice in this ill-advised way. And it's really sad because these children, threefold greater risk of intellectual disability between the ages of 6 months and 7 years. And every 15 minutes, a baby is born with opioid withdrawals. It's really sad. Now, there is an answer to this in large part because the problem begins in the medical arena. And that's where it's got to be solved. We're going to talk about that on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. I'm Dr. Bob Martin. If you've been listening to my show, you've heard me talking about an amazing supplement called C-Veg, a natural and organic multivitamin containing 92 vitamins and minerals, including calcium, antioxidants, omega-3 and 6. The Asian cultures know that sea plants are one of the healthiest, most nutritional plants you'll find on land and sea. C-Veg has been helping people boost their immune systems, balance their metabolisms, reduce inflammation, and provide moisturizing to skin, hair, and nails. Try C-Veg to enjoy all the benefits of these sea vegetables. C-Veg, feel healthier and younger or your money back. To order, call toll-free 855-627-9929. That's 855-627-9929. Or go online at buycveg.com. That's B-U-I-C like the ocean, veg, V-E-G.com. Order in the next 60 minutes. Use discount code Dr. Bob, and shipping is free. Call now 855-627-9929 or online at buycveg.com.
Thank you for taking the time to tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show, and congratulations for your decision to do something positive for your precious health. You're invited to sit back and enjoy learning about interesting and compelling health information Dr. Martin provides. Or please, feel free to call into the show right now with a question about your own personal health, or ask a question on behalf of someone else you care about. No worries, though. If calling into a public health talk show is not your cup of tea, we get that. However, if you have a health challenge and would like to discuss it privately with Dr. Bob Martin, the good news is you can. Dr. Martin would be delighted to speak with you privately by phone. Simply call 800-606-8822. 800-606-8822. That's toll free, 800-606-8822, and request an appointment time with Dr. Martin. Call now and get started on your journey back to health. 800-606-8822. Toll free, 800-606-8822.
Introducing Future Farm new and improved liquid turmeric with powerful curcuminoids, now alcohol-free. Experience reduced joint stiffness, pain, and inflammation, arthritis, headaches, support heart function, and better moods with Future Farm fresh organic liquid turmeric from Hawaii with 95% curcuminoids, bioperin, and deep cell penetrating liposomes. This first-of-a-kind turmeric product from Future Farm is delicious tasting and pharmacist formulated using nanotechnology that delivers improved absorption to ensure better results compared to powder, tablet, or capsule forms of turmeric. Hundreds of scientific studies have proven just how safe and effective turmeric is for a wide variety of health concerns. Take advantage of getting a free bottle of Future Farm liquid turmeric with your order of 2. Call 888-841-7216. 888-841-7216. That's 1-888-841-7216 or myfuturefarm.com. Farm is spelled with a P.
I see my life like a train on a one-way track. I've made mistakes and I couldn't take them back, and I've been running around in circles till I'm dizzy, I can't lie, but every night I go to sleep's a day that I survive. I'm not afraid of getting older.
Now you can follow Dr. Bob on Instagram at Dr. Bob Martin Show. That's DOCTOR Bob Martin Show on Instagram.
All right, welcome back to this segment of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Thank you for tuning into the program. Appreciate you telling other people to do the same thing. Before we took that last break, we were talking about the late-breaking news about how the opioid epidemic, caused in large part by the medical profession prescribing painkillers unnecessarily when they should be recommending other healing arts most of the time, are now found to cause a major toll on future generations. Children, cognitive function, the way that their physical health is being delayed, and well into their teens and adulthood. That's what these drugs are inciting. They're evil inciting, because these drugs, when used appropriately, are fine and they're necessary, but they're not used that way. It's not the pharmaceutical companies' fault where they're being prescribed. Pharmaceutical companies cannot prescribe a drug. That is relied upon by a licensed MD. And this is where in large part, these things are getting employed unnecessarily. We're talking about drugs like oxycodone, OxyContin, hydrocodone, fentanyl, Dilaudid, Duragesic, Fentora, Lorcet, Lortab, Vicodin, Demerol, Methadone. These are all the drugs that are being prescribed unnecessarily by doctors. And yet, they're given these drugs to, of all class of people, pregnant mothers for low back pain or some hangnail or something else during their pregnancy. Whereas we know that other techniques and treatments could be employed to help these women out, including, in fact, in New Jersey, they got very creative there. In a hospital in New Jersey, they were able to decrease the rate of opioid prescriptions a couple of years ago by half by simply giving people who are coming into the emergency room laughing gas or nitrous oxide, and also giving them an adulterated form of acupuncture instead of the drugs to relieve muscle spasm, to relieve the pain associated with broken bones. That it doesn't stop there, though. There's plenty of ways you can actually help somebody in pain. I mean, we know that, for example, chiropractic patients use opioids 55% less than the general population who are not seeing physicians of chiropractic. Massage therapists help people, acupuncture, physical therapy, homeopathy, botanical medicines like turmeric. There's so many other ways to handle most of the time pain that's occurring without having to employ opioids. But doctors will be doctors. They just refuse, and they are the ones who, in large part, have created this opioid epidemic and the extension of that now into children for generations and beyond, which is really a sad situation. And it ought to be unwound, and doctors ought to have their licenses taken away and be censured and admonished for this. It just doesn't seem to get better fast enough for me, and it really irritates me. All right, let's go to your phone calls now and your questions. Open line. Our first caller here will be, and I'm going to ask Rick to state his question. He's in the state of Arkansas. Welcome to the Dr. Bob Martin Show, Rick. Hello.
Hello. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How can I help you, sir?
Well, I have cellulitis in my feet, and quickly I'll tell you what I'm doing for it. I'm taking Solvern Silver, Probiotic, Ester C, Bragg, apple cider vinegar, and Televite. What else do I need to do?
How long have you had cellulite? Let me tell people what cellulite is. It's usually caused by a staph infection, a bacterial infection that can be very painful. Are you overweight, Rick?
No, not really. I'm about probably maybe 15, 20 pounds.
Okay. So there's got to be something, sir, that has compromised your immune system, because you are doing some really good things there. But for some reason, you can't get through the threshold of really stomping out, which is probably the case, this infection, this staph infection, which is usually the case. And if it isn't hygiene, and I assume it's not, hygiene and sanitation, there's some other immune system downtrodden immune system issue that's not being managed, that's kind of dragging down your immune system and you're not realizing it, I would make sure you get plenty of sleep. Do not eat any sugar or drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes. These are the things that suppress the immune system in doing its job. And no matter how many supplements you take, it won't work if any of those activities are going on, and especially in excess. Now, you said you were taking some things for your immune system. The only thing I didn't hear that would be really good for you is Mediterranean wild oil of oregano internally, because it really obliterates these kinds of infections, these rogue staph that just won't leave, that are recalcitrant. I would take liquid wild oregano, Mediterranean wild oregano with rosemary. Has to have rosemary in it to work the best for this condition. Stay doing what you're doing right now. And if you want to get a hold of the wild oregano with rosemary, call the folks over at Future Farm. Farm is with a P. 888-841-7216. 841-7216. Toll free 888. Or My Future Farm, PHARM Farm, myfuturefarm.com. Rick, good luck to you. Thank you for your call.
It may come as a surprise to learn that virtually all people have some degree of cataract formation in one or both eyes by age 40. Fact is, cataract is a leading cause of blindness in the United States. But here's the good news. Thanks to medical research, there now exists a way to help prevent cataracts from forming and reverse it in some people who already have it with a revolutionary, safe, and effective all-natural eye drop formulation called Can-C. Can-C eye drops contain a special nutrient called N-acetylcarnosine, which was discovered to be depleted in the eyes of cataract sufferers. Can-C has also been found to help glaucoma, floaters, dry eyes, and retinal problems. Think about how important your sight is now and will be in the future. Then decide to protect your precious vision with Can-C eye drops. I personally use Can-C eye drops, and you should too. Call 800-861-4936. 800-861-4936. That's 800-861-4936 or wisechoicemedicine.com.
There's a breakthrough.
This message is brought to you by Woot.com, an Amazon company. Holy crap! Woot.com is turning 15? That's right. The site that brings you ridiculously good deals on stuff you need and stuff you didn't know you needed is celebrating their 15th birthday with a week of amazing deals and shenanigans. Woot.com, that's WOOT.com, offers deep discounts on electronics, computers, home, tools, sporting goods, and even unique made-to-order t-shirts. Kent Stewart, CEO.
In honor of our 15th birthday, Woot is offering deals the entire week. But the big celebration is on Friday, July 12th with an epic 15-hour Woot off with deals every 30 minutes plus 15,000 of our famous bags of crap that offer a random collection of stuff for just $10.
And Wooters with Amazon Prime get free shipping by connecting their Amazon account to their Woot account. Visit Woot.com, that's WOOT.com, or download the Woot app for your best chance to score the best deals ever.
Research studies on the herb turmeric with its active ingredient curcumin are dominating the health journals because of its beneficial effect on immunity, memory, joint swelling, blood sugar, and bowel problems. However, the most important scientific aspect of turmeric is its ability to control inflammation and pain. Warning, beware of turmeric in capsules from foreign countries due to purity concerns, and insist on USDA organic Future Farm turmeric grown on the pristine Hawaiian island of Kauai and made in an FDA-sanctioned facility. Future Farm turmeric comes in liquid form to ensure maximum absorption. Customers are raving about the amazing results achieved by taking Future Farm turmeric, and so will you. Order now and get a free bottle of Future Farm turmeric with your order of 2 bottles. Call 888-841-7216, 888-841-7216, or myfuturefarm, that's farmwithap.com, 888-841-7216, or myfuturefarm.com.
Check out Dr. Bob's website. Listen to the show live online. Hear past shows. Read breaking health news and more at drbob.com. Spell out doctor, that's DOCTOR, Bob.com.
All right, now you're encouraged to stick around. We have a special guest planned for next hour. And I'm also going to, next hour, launch into the value of having a doctor on board with your own health care that has a great bedside manner, a great attitude, a partner in your health care, because a doctor who has a grumpy attitude or a poor bedside manner may reduce your ability to stay healthy. In fact, good doctor bedside manner could reduce the risk of dying by 50%. We're going to be talking about that next hour. This is interesting. If you don't have a doctor with a great bedside manner, you need to get another doctor, and I'll explain why in detail next hour. Stick around. All right. Nearly 500 million lives and $94 billion a year loss due to cancer deaths. History reminder, folks. President Nixon, remember him? Maybe you read about him in your history book. Signed the National Cancer Act on December the 23rd, 1971, and declared a war on cancer. Do the math. It's been almost 50 years since the National Cancer Act was signed. And most experts realize we're no further ahead today than we were back then. Conventional medical theory and care has failed to make a serious attempt to reduce cancer deaths within the United States, except for our efforts to discourage smoking or tobacco use, which has made a major dent. When you look at societies and certain states like Utah hit the least with cancer burden, whereas down south in Kentucky hit the hardest. And you then look at their behavior and you find out there's a substantial relationship between what people are eating and their lifestyle and their cancer risk and their recovery. But that's not even addressed in mainstream medicine. When a person gets a cancer diagnosis, their doctors don't even really ask them what they're eating. And if they do, they say, just keep eating whatever you were eating. Well, the doctors over at Sunridge Medical Center understand the value of talking to their patients about what they're eating and what they should and should not eat if they have such a serious and complicated disease as cancer. It's very important. Not only that, they're going to talk about and investigate what kind of toxins you have in your body, because that can also trigger cancer. Check out what they do. Find out why they're so special and why they're so successful with cancer patients and other serious health problems like autoimmune disease. Look at their website at sunridgemedical.com. sunridgemedical.com, or pick up the telephone and call them on Monday morning and start that conversation. 800-SUNRIDGE, 800-SUNRIDGE, or sunridgemedical.com, 1-800-SUNRIDGE for serious health problems, and especially those that are not getting well in conventional medicine or people who don't even want to go there. sunridgemedical.com or 800-SUNRIDGE. All right, I want you to stay close for another dose of extreme wellness. We're coming right back with the next hour of the Dr. Bob Martin Show. Stay with us.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.